of a sensational story, a sensational angle now being injected into the story. It has always been a story that has caught several headlines and has been in the spotlight, given the kind of people involved in this case. Prashant Patil, now Jacqueline's lawyer, now joins us on the broadcast. Sir, what is your first reaction now? Nora Fatehi has filed a lawsuit against your client for defaming her.
We have not received any copy of the suit filed against my client. Neither there is any summons issued by the Honorable Court. So until unless we are in custody of any official copy of the suit, we will not be in a capacity to respond. Having said that, if these news are true, whatever the electronic media is circulating, that there is some suit filed against my client, things very clear.
Okay.
First of all, Jacqueline has never ever made any statement regarding these proceedings, the enforcement directed proceedings, about anybody. Electronic media.
But sir, what Nora Fatehi's plea is saying is that Fernandez has submitted before the appellate authority, which is the PMLA, that other celebs like Nora Fatehi also received gifts from Sukesh, but were being treated, while she's being treated as witnesses, while Jacqueline herself is being treated as an accused, unlike Nora, who's still a witness. This is what they have said in their petition.
If that is what they have quoted in the petition, then the first thing is it's a judicial proceeding that Jacqueline has mentioned before the adjudicating authority, PMLA at Delhi. Now, if in a judicial proceeding, if any petition or a reply is moved, that cannot be quoted in a public domain, and that cannot be a cause of action for any defamation suit. Every person, every respondent has a right to argue in a particular fashion, in a particular way, before any court or a quasi-judicial body. Having said this, that cannot be quoted, that cannot be something which can be stated before a public domain. Jacqueline has never made any statement before any public domain.
But sir, if these comments are made in the court and they are reported by the media, according to Nora, it is defamatory, it makes imputations, and that can destroy her career as well as her reputation. Is she wrong in saying that?
First of all, my client has utmost respect for Nora. Secondly, if media has quoted any paragraph of a reply filed by Jacqueline before a judicial proceeding, it is for the media to answer that. The intention, see, whatever the offense is, intention is important. Jacqueline has never made any statement in a public domain for the public to know against anybody, forget Nora, against anybody for that matter, regarding these matters. When a statement is made, or when an argument is made, or when a petition is filed before a court, it's for the judicial authority to pronounce the order on that particular petition. That cannot be made as a part of an topic of discussion before a public domain. It is for the media to answer it. Jacqueline has never made it.
No, but Jacqueline has said it in an appellate court, and now Nora is also taking this matter to a court. So while there is going to be a legal battle over this, what is going to be your defense?
Until unless I receive the copy of the suit, I will not be in a position to speak about it. But having said this, any judicial proceeding is immune to be discussed. Like when the matter is sub judice, it cannot be discussed like this in a public domain. If media has circulated that particular paragraph of a reply filed by Jacqueline, it is for the media agencies to answer why have they done it.
Right. Sir,
Jacqueline has never made that statement.
National news portals also have been made accused by Nora in this plea. Do you think there is a case against them?
I do not think so, because see, again I maintain, the law is very clear in defamation. Whenever a petition, a draft or an argument within the four corners of law is advanced before a quasi-judicial body or a judicial body, that is protected and immune. The intention or the imputation to make defamation has to be made before a public domain, before the right-minded people of the society. An argument before the court of law is the fundamental right of every person. What argument that particular person wants to navigate is a personal choice of a particular person.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it is done with an intention to defame anybody.
But you are not denying that these statements were made by Jacqueline?
See, until and unless I go to the suit copy, what exact allegations are made by Nora, I will not be in a position. But Jacqueline's reply before the adjudicating authority cannot be quoted as a defamatory material. That is a settled proposition of law.
Okay, if I could quote from the petition, it says that Fatehi's reputation and work has threatened her rivals who are unable to compete with her. They are trying to tarnish her reputation to cause loss of work. Would you see this as professional rivalry? This is
the petition of Nora that you're talking about?
Yes. Yes, I'm quoting it.
Okay, if that is what is not there they mentioned, in that case, I do not think so my client has any inclination to even think in that channel. You know, she has utmost respect for Nora and for any other person who's like, hardworking and is made up of his own life. And in these particular proceedings of enforcement directorate, especially regarding this particular matter, she has consciously not made any statement before any public domain against anybody. So there's absolutely no prima facie case against her.
Okay. Sir, if I could quote exactly from the petition once again, it says that what is surprising is that like the respondent Jacqueline, some other celebrities, notably Nora Fatehi, were also conned by Chandrasekhar and Fatehi, and other such celebrities who received gifts from the accused are made witnesses, whereas she is sought to be dragged as an accused. The plea says that the imputation mentioned herein on part of the accused number 1 was made when in her written pleading before the appellate authority she submitted that she was being falsely implicated. This is the precise bedrock of the petition. How are you going to defend it?
So it's an absolutely open and shut position of law. If you're quoting my paragraph of a reply before a judicial proceeding, which is not made in a public domain with an intention to impute somebody's character or with an intention to defame somebody, that is not there. It is an argument before a judicial authority. It's an argument on parity. So that argument is a personal choice of a particular person, how he wants to address his grievances before an honorable court. But the intention is lacking here. There is no intention to defame anybody.
All right.
So my argument before a judicial authority, which is sub judice, cannot be quoted in a public domain.
Okay, so the problem lies with it being quoted in the public domain and not it being made by a person who is only trying to defend herself. With that, we take a very quick break. We'll get you all the latest updates on this front as well as otherwise on the other side.